Brought to you by Skites.com, your happy place. Oh, go ninja, go ninja, go. You remember Vanilla Ice when he sang that song? Oh, that song was so good. It's still good. It's still good. Hello, children. Today we're talking about Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And this movie, it's really funny because I was looking at some stuff online, and this movie, people are either very yay or very nay. You either love it or hate it, and it's eliciting a lot of strong emotions. I'll say this first and foremost: I feel like if you grew up with it, it's a little different from you than someone who is just like, who sees it as, who really doesn't have that nostalgia pull. So I'm coming from a place of I grew up with it, grew up with the cartoons. The 90s cartoons then made me go back and read the black and white comics, and then I continued reading the comics. And then I continued watching the movies because they continued, this is in the 90s, they continued, putting out the movies. So yeah, that's the place I'm coming from. I'm coming from me. So the movie is, you get all your turtles back. You get Michelangelo, you get Donatello, you got Raphael, and you get Leonardo. Megan Fox is April O'Neil, the reporter, and her cameraman is played by Will Arnett. And the turtles and April and Vern, the cameraman, they team up, they form together, and they're going to stop Shredder from taking over New York City. Michael Bay is a producer, along with Nickelodeon. I feel like from a production standpoint, they were looking to make this movie more for kids today than as a nostalgia and as a throwback. I think for the reason simply this, and it's the same thing with the Saved by the Bell movie. This movie, they know that the people that grew up with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles are already going to see it. They know our tickets are already bought and we're going. They really wanted to kind of make sure it was still on a level for, I don't know, maybe 14-year-olds, and they kind of play up to that factor. So it kind of just all ends up working out. Let me start off with what I did not like at all. The way the turtles looked, the minute I saw them, beginning on the trailer, when I first saw the trailer, I immediately thought middle linebackers and Tales from the Crypt. And that feeling resonated through the whole movie. I didn't warm up to their new look, and I still really don't like it. For me, what worked in the movie is it was good action. It's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie, and it's written like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie. For everyone saying Megan Fox can't act and it's horrible acting, it's horrible writing, she looks nothing like April O'Neil, I'll give you that. But neither does Wonder Woman, so I'm just learning to accept things. I'm not gonna hold her not looking like April O'Neil completely against her. It just is what it is. I didn't like some of the Ninja Turtle interaction with her, though. I felt little times it might have been just a little too creepy. Yeah, that to me, I think there was just one instant where I was just like, it's a PG-13 movie, so obviously it's not that bad. But I just wanted a little bit more subtlety in the turtles and, April O'Neil. Will Arnett, I enjoyed him. I enjoyed his little bit. I enjoyed the scenes where he popped up and he gave me what I needed, which was a little bit of a comic relief. And I do enjoy him as an actor, so fits nicely, good to go. I think one of the savings of the movie is that Michael Bay isn't directing, he's only producing. And the director of this movie, I think he did a good job. Again, still hate the way they look. I hate the teeth. I'm not on board with that. But what got me not to hate the movie was the writing, was the overall acting, and was the fact that we still got a Turtles movie. So I think people are really harsh, and I think you need to remember what you're watching. It's Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. That being said, is it better than like the 90s versions when they did the 90s movies? I think it's so hard to compare a 2014 movie to a 1990s movie, and what they have in terms of CGI and what in terms of how you have to change writing and how you have to change marketing and everything else. I will say this, I like the way the 90s Turtles looked. I think this version still has a better story, but I like the look better in the 90s. So, should you go see the movie? That's the big question. That's the big question you're gonna ask me. Honestly, if you're only going to see one movie this month and it's between Guardians of the Galaxy and it's between this movie, you must go see Guardians. That's better ticket money spent. If you want to go have a nostalgic experience where the only thing you might have to push through is the look of the turtles, then you're fine. I do think it's more geared towards kids because they already know that people that grew up with the turtles are gonna go see it regardless. And the tie-in to that with the Lifetime movie, the Saved by the Bell Lifetime movie, is the same thing. They cast a bunch of characters, a bunch of actors that look nothing like the Saved by the Bell kids, because they don't have to spend that kind of money because they know we're gonna watch that tell-all, that document, that biography, whatever it is. They know we're gonna watch that movie when it comes out anyways because we grew up with Saved by the Bell and we're just gonna watch it. I'm gonna watch it just because I grew up with Saved by the Bell and I'm gonna watch it. So even though they don't look like Saved by the Bell, they still have me invested in it. And I feel like it's the same thing with the Turtles. It's more geared towards, I think, people a little younger than us, but we're still all in, and it's not a bad movie. So on a scale of 1 to 5 Duffies, what do I give this? I'm gonna go, again, it was still enjoyable. I enjoyed the fight scenes. I enjoyed the mountain. There's a scene on the mountain. It's pretty good, pretty kick-ass. And I enjoyed the little pop-up by Whoopi. Will Arnett was funny. Megan Fox is fine. Rainey is a girly girl, one of my best friends. She came to see it with me because she wanted to see Megan Fox. So they know what they're doing when they're casting. On a scale of 1 to 5, I definitely would give this, I'm going, honestly, it's a 4.2. It's nostalgic, had a good time, didn't enjoy the look of the turtles, but it wasn't enough to completely ruin my night. So there you have it. But if you can only see one movie, Guardians. But it's still, you know, it's still, I think people are being overly critical. And I think Michael Bay not directing was a good idea. Alright, you guys, that's it for me. So let me know if you're gonna go see this, and let me know who your favorite Ninja Turtle is. That's a hard one. I'm sure mine was Leonardo. It's more of a Leonardo chick. I had a good affinity for Michelangelo too. So, cowabunga. Oh, and if you've got that Vanilla Ice song still stuck in your head, yeah. Alright, you guys, that's it for me. Quote the greatest Shawness, live long and prosper. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Poop, 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 poop.